So hey everyone, this is the second section and the most important module in the startup business model series. And in this module, we will discuss about 31 different types of business model. And believe me, you're really gonna enjoy this series because in this module or in this section, we're gonna cover almost 31 different types of business model which are used by a lot of startups, a lot of companies, and how exactly those business model work and what is the core structure of that business model. So let's quickly understand all these 31 different types of startup. So let's quickly start our journey with subscription business model. In subscription, a customer have to pay every single month or every single year for a product or for a service. So let's quickly jump to our laptop screen and understand how exactly subscription business model work with the help of some examples.
So subscription business model is a way to sell service or a product to a particular set of customer every single month or every single year to generate something called as recurring revenue. Now, recurring revenue is the most important term in subscription business model because recurring means you are generating some amount of revenue every month or every year from the same customer. Now, the best part about subscription business model is they have high gross margin and low marginal cost, which means that once you develop a specific product or a specific service, you just need to sell those product or service to so many people, and the marginal cost of that product or service is very less. That's why you will see now all these SaaS companies, which is also called as software as a service. In case if you don't know, don't worry, we will cover SaaS in a very detailed way, but all these software as a service company have very high gross margin. They just need to develop the product and they need to sell those products to different sort of companies or to people to generate revenue, which means subscription have high gross margin and low marginal cost. Now let's understand subscription business model with the help of an example. So the best example we have is Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. Now we all know if you really want to enjoy Netflix, then you have to take a yearly subscription, which means that Netflix is generating revenue from same customer every single year. That is also called as recurring revenue. While for Amazon Prime, it is basically a bundle of services. So if you take Amazon Prime subscription, then basically you will get an Amazon Prime Video subscription, Amazon Prime Music, one-day delivery, and so many other kind of services as well. That is also called as umbrella subscription. So let's take one or two more companies for B2C and then we will jump over B2B. So let's take an example of DoorDash and maybe Zomato. Now all these two companies are food aggregators. DoorDash is very famous in US and Zomato is very famous in India, which means that these two food aggregators have something called as their subscription pass, so called as their membership. So basically if you take Dash Pass, which is a membership of DoorDash, then you will get so many exciting offers, discounts, and so many other things. Same goes with Zomato Gold. So if you take a subscription of Zomato Gold or a membership of Zomato Gold, basically you will get 0 delivery fees. You can order food for 2 people and you'll get some sort of discounts. You'll get higher discount coupons. You can walk into any restaurant and you can avail those services at a much cheaper price. These subscription business model allow customer to stick to that platform so that they can avail multiple services. Because if you look at the food aggregator situation in US, you have multiple companies. You have DoorDash, you have Uber Eats, you have Grubhub, you have Postmate. So people can order their food from all these different platforms. That's why DoorDash have launched Dash Pass, which means you just need to take the membership and you can avail all different kind of services. Now let's take a B2B example for this. And the best example is Shopify. We all know that all these small businesses use Shopify to run their e-commerce store. So basically Shopify is the king of e-commerce. You just need to drag and drop the design and you have an e-commerce store ready within an hour. And also Shopify is also going to give you some sort of advanced analytics tools, payment gateway integration, and so many other features. So all these are subscription business model, which means you have to pay for Shopify subscription, which is a basic plan of $30 every single month if you really want to run your e-commerce store. Now let's jump deeper into any of these products and understand how exactly the business model of a subscription service work. So let's consider Shopify as a product which is made by a company and there are customers. Shopify is a basic cheap product, which means in just $30 you will get a server or a software which will help you to build your e-commerce store and everything that you can imagine. But the majority of the revenue of Shopify comes from all these refills, or complimentary product. Now, what does that mean? That means that we have different types of integration for Shopify. Let's say if you really want to provide a customer chat support, then you have Superlemon. If you want to provide email marketing tool, or if you want to provide email to your customers, then you have MailChimp. If you really want to have pop-ups or reviews on your e-commerce store, then you have Privy. And all these apps, so-called plugins, will cost you around $10 to $15 to $20. So basically Shopify is also earning 20 to 25% of these complete transaction. So if you closely look at this, $30 into 12, which is close to around $260. But apart from all these, Shopify is also earning 20% of the complete transaction of these $10, which means the total revenue of Shopify, which is also called as annual recurring revenue, which means every single year Shopify is generating a revenue of $600 instead of $260 from basic plan. That is the basic business model of Shopify. So I hope you got a fair understanding of how exactly subscription business model work, which simply means that company usually try to create such a good product that people are gonna purchase or are gonna take subscription of that. So that's all about the subscription business model. This business model simply means that build a product or a service so good for the people so that they will purchase your product or service every single month or every single year. And that's how you end up generating a lot more revenue, because now you're adding customer and very less people are leaving you. That is also called as churn rate. There are so many other problems like leaky bucket, flying wheel, network effect, and we will talk about each and everything. So please have a patience.
So that was all about subscription business model. I'm pretty much sure that you got a fair understanding of how exactly Shopify and Netflix is making a lot of money through this subscription business model.